All right, we've got a change of scenery because, as you can see, it is indeed raining outside, and I did not feel like sitting on my balcony and getting wet. So we're inside today, but fear not, I've got this gay little vape, watermelon ice flavored, so I will still be smoking something for this video. Not that that's a requirement, but I thought, since we're changing the setting a little bit, I want to keep some things the same. But yeah, here we are. I fucking lied when I said I'd be uploading weekly because that did not happen. But I'm here nonetheless, so we're gonna sit down and talk. I've been sucking on this thing all day, and I'm getting a little nauseous, but I cannot stop myself. Anyway, um, today I wanted to talk about consistency because, as you know, the more you do something, the better you get at it. And it goes both ways, the more you do bad shit, the better you get at doing bad shit. And these past couple of weeks since I haven't uploaded, it's been a bit of a mixed bag for me, honestly. Like, I went through a bit of a rut where I was doing bad shit most of the time. So I would, smoke the devil's lettuce a little too much, stay inside too much, not feel like a human being, feeling like a bit of a zombie or a mindless drone. But then, like a week ago or something, I started to lay off the za, and at first it was like kind of hard, man. It's been part of my nightly routine for a long while, Like before bed, I would smoke a J and then lay in bed watching YouTube until I fell asleep, which I do not recommend, but it's been my go-to routine for such a long time that I've gotten really good at it, right? But I started to lay off the za for like a week and a half, 2 weeks now, and I do say I feel a lot clearer in my head. And at first, it was hard, you know. Weed is weird, right? Because it's not necessarily a drug where and I haven't done any research for any of this, as I usually don't with my videos. It's just like information that I consume passively, and some of it sticks in my brain, some of it doesn't. So if you ask me for my source, trust me, bro. But weed is a weird drug because you don't necessarily get the traditional, withdrawal symptoms. You don't get like all itchy, being like, oh, I need my za, right? But you create a bit of a psychological dependency on it, and I guess that's what happened to me. Is it was such a part of my personality, being a stoner and all, that I found it hard to give up the za essentially. And yeah, I got really good at all weed related stuff. I'm a good roller of joints. I'm a good smoker of joints. Uh, Sometimes I would freestyle with the boys when we got high, and that was fun. But at some point, I just noticed that um, I was doing it every day. I was doing it on my own. And before bed, I would always go and smoke a joint on my balcony. Sometimes it was raining. Sometimes it was like cold as shit and snowing. And at some point, I kind of took a step back from the third perspective while I was doing this, smoking a joint on my balcony at like 1 a.m. before bed. And I looked at myself and I'm like, dude, this is like kind of pathetic, isn't it? Like you're smoking on your own just out of habit, and yeah, I mean, you're not getting any benefit from it because you're just gonna, go inside, watch YouTube until you fall asleep. Have a bad night's sleep, mind you, because I don't know. For everyone, it's different. Me myself, I don't dream when I'm on the za, and I wake up real groggy, and it's just a terrible start of your day, man. Because you know, when you smoke the za, for me at least, I don't sleep as well as when I'm sober, and I don't dream at all. It just feels like you got knocked out for a couple hours. Feels like minutes. You wake up. It's hard to get out of bed, and the first thing you do is you grab the phone, you start doom scrolling, and your day is shot, right? Like, yeah, you said to yourself the night before while you smoke the za, or after you smoke the za, like, okay, I'm gonna get my life back in order starting tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and you notice how hard it is to get out of bed, so you just lay there, steaming under the blankets, farting and shit. And oh my god, I need to start considering what kind of audience I want to build, because I don't think the way I'm talking is gonna be appealing for the ladies. But whatever, man. We're just being brutally honest. Like, you'll sit in your bed, you fart a little bit, you have a whiff. Dutch oven yourself, and then what do you know? It's 2 hours later. You've been, scrolling on Instagram or whatever, and yeah, basically the whole day you feel like a piece of shit. So you just have some cookies for breakfast because you can't be bothered to make breakfast because you woke up groggy because of the Zion. It's just a vicious cycle, right? And the thing with consistency, when you do something day in and day out, each and every day with no fail, inevitably you're going to get good at it. And sometimes, it's stuff you want to get good at, and sometimes it's stuff you want to get bad at. So when I laid off the za like 2 weeks ago, and I'll be honest, it's not like 2 weeks fully sober, no za whatsoever. I cheated a day or two. But as I laid off the za, it was hard at first, but 5 days in, I I noticed that it got easier. There's this one quote from the show BoJack Horseman. If you haven't checked it out, go watch it. Phenomenal show. But there's this monkey dude, right? And he's a runner. And BoJack, the main character, he starts to take up running, but he's fucking dying after 10 minutes of running, and he ends up on the ground, looking at the sky, being all miserable, and this monkey guy stands above him and says, every day it gets a little easier, but you got to do it every day, and that's the hard part. Maybe I'll edit that in, if I'm not lazy. Probably not, honestly, but um, yeah, and it's so true, because every day it does get easier, but you got to do it every day, and that's the hard part, right? So I got really good at doing shit that's bad for me. And at first, when I laid off the za, it was hard, but as I started getting better at not smoking the za, it's gotten easier. I smoked once or twice in the past 2 weeks, which, all things considered, isn't so bad since I've been a daily smoker for a couple of years now. And yeah, after a while, you just don't feel the need, right? Like 2 days ago, I uh, I had a real rough day, real rough. Try saying that 5 times in a row fast, but I had a really rough day, and you know, I was holding down the weight of the full spectrum of human emotion, right? And there was this little voice in my head being like, just grab yourself a joint and smoke the pain away. And yeah, I mean, that voice was pretty persistent, but then I thought, when's the last time I raw dogged the full spectrum of human emotion? Like, it's been a while. So let me just sit this one through, And tomorrow, if I feel like smoking, probably I'm not gonna be as fucked up as I am today. So we'll reassess tomorrow. But for tonight, I'm just gonna, take it on the chin and deal with it. And lo and behold, the next day yesterday, I was feeling a lot less shit than I did 2 days ago. I handled, all these emotions coming to me and I did it sober and I was like, huh. It does get easier the more you do it. Every day it does get easier, but you got to do it every day. That's the hard part. So yeah, what's my final message here? I don't know. If you're doing stuff that's bad for you, and you know that it's bad for you, but you've gotten so used to that routine and so dialed in, try not to do that stuff. But and I'm here to say, it's easier said than done. Obviously, I struggled with it, and I still do. It's only been 2 weeks since I laid off the za, which I haven't like fully laid off. I smoked the two times in that period, but I'm here to say it does get easier. It's not bullshit. It really does get easier, and when it comes to doing stuff that's good for you, yeah, I mean, it's gonna suck at first, but as you do it more and more, you'll get better at it because consistency, it's key in life. And we usually, the society, life, I guess, usually talks about, go to the gym a couple of times a week and you'll start feeling better. And while this is true, I feel like not a lot of people talk about, the other side of that, right? That doing bad stuff consistently, you get better at doing the bad stuff. So, yeah, what's my message? Consistency, it cuts both ways, basically. Yeah. So if you're doing stuff that's bad for you, try not to. It's gonna be hard at first. I'm finding it hard at first. Hell, I'm not smoking cigarettes. I'm sucking on this vape. I'm very much an addict to nicotine, but I don't feel like quitting right now. Some point I will. Some point I'll get sick of myself and start to quit this shit. And I just know that it's gonna be tough at first, but every day it gets a little easier. But you got to do it every day, and that's the hard part. All right, that's it. Peace.